Today we're going to show you how to simplify the FASS installation on this 2017 Ram 2500 that's right above me here. This is our brand new single bolt return style FASS Fuel Tank Sump Kit. This sump has two ports, one for the FASS suction and one for the FASS return. Not only can you plumb both FASS lines into it, it's got a very large sump reservoir, so it's going to prevent any quarter tank or eighth tank fuel issues, and it only requires one hole to be drilled in the bottom of the tank to mount the sump. Now, is it necessary to purchase our sump to install your Titanium Signature Series system? Absolutely not. Those kits come with all the fittings, all the fuel line, electrical, and bracketry you need to install the system right onto your truck out of the box. But some customers prefer the simplified installation of a fuel sump because on some applications you do have to drop the fuel tank, and this eliminates that need, and you can plumb your FASS suction and FASS return right into the fuel sump. Now, let's go ahead and get this installation started. You're going to want to locate the lowest point of the fuel tank, and that is typically right below the fuel tank module. On some applications, there is a dimple you can use for a center point reference, and it has the flattest surface for sealing the sump. Using the center point noted in the previous step, drill a small pilot hole and allow the fuel to drain out of the fuel tank. Using a 3 3/4 inch hole saw, drill the marked center point . Then deburr the hole and remove all of the plastic shavings from the tank. Now place the SK5501 into the fuel tank. If it's beneath the fuel tank module, you will need to press up on that tank module to get it seated into place. Be sure to notate the keyway on the SK5501 as it will point downward and lock into the sump. Now install the supplied O-ring into the O-ring groove of the sump, and you can use grease to hold that O-ring in place. Install the supplied sealing washer onto the supplied bolt, and don't just press it down and slide it down onto the threads, as this can damage that sealing washer. You'll want to thread the bolt into the sealing washer just as if you were threading the bolt into the sump. Now install the sump bowl onto the sump clamp on the fuel tank, and be sure you're aligning the keyway on the sump clamp with the sump bowl. Now you can rotate the sump to your desired position and torque the 3/8 bolt to 12 foot-pounds. Now please take a look at the on-screen diagram, and this will show you which of the two ports on the FASS sump is the suction port and the return port. Now this is important because the two ports are separate in the bowl, and we want to make sure you're using the proper ports. Install PL1004 into the return port of the sump and tighten accordingly. Now on this next step, you'll want to take a look at the FASS System installation instructions and see if that kit has a 5/8 or 1/2 inch suction line, because this will determine which fitting needs to be placed in the suction side of the FASS sump. Now take the desired fitting, it will either be a PL1010 or PL1004, and install it into the suction port of the FASS sump and tighten accordingly. Now you can connect the suction line and return line to the FASS sump, and be sure to use grease when pushing the push lock hose onto the fittings. After the installation is complete, we recommend putting approximately 5 gallons of fuel in the fuel tank so you can check for fuel leaks. Now, as always, if you have any questions at all regarding your sump installation, please reach out to our customer service team and they will be more than happy to assist you. And if you'd like more information on these sumps, you can check them out at fastride.com.